Hey y'all, so I've got to take you over here and show you what's being done today. It's an exciting day. It's a little windy, and I don't like that they're on top of this house, as windy as it is. But hey, the tin is being applied to the top of the sawmill shed. Yay! And he put another log on for me this morning. Chelsea and I started going up with the pea hen house. I'll take you over and show that to you in just a moment. But that's a little concerning. Can you here, can you turn that back a bit?
Huh?
Can you turn that back a bit so you're not facing downhill?
We're good.
You better be good. You get hurt, you're gonna be in trouble. Hey, John. So yay. They have a couple courses of 10 already on the building. Very, very nice. Lovely. All right. Men rarely see danger in anything. Especially that one right there. He doesn't see danger in anything. He worries me.
If you want to, tilt it back a little bit for us.
All right. Do I go forward? Which sideways?
Side that way.
That way. All right. Do I need to start it?
Huh?
Do I need to start it?
You gotta start it.
Okay. I'm gonna tilt him back a little bit.
I'm sure I locked the brakes. I think I did.
Because it worries me just a bit to have it leaning that much. Because I would.
I gotta get some springs in.
All right. Yeah, he's locked. Hold on. Go that way? Huh? I push it that way? So now he's level. That makes me feel better. All right, boys. Have fun. Don't get knocked off of the wind.
It ain't that bad.
It's not that bad. It feels pretty windy to me. All right.
We did it on them metal buildings, but I don't know about.
Now I'm going to walk over with y'all and show you what Chelsea and I have been doing today. We can't work a long amount of time with her neck giving her problems. She did her first physical therapy today, so that's good. And I could work longer, but you know what? She's going to stay with me as long as I work. So I usually just ask her to go on and go do other things. She's working on the little skulls, the little floral skulls. And those are fun and not as taxing on her. But she's going to stay as long as I work, so I stop working too and go on to other things. Look what Hugh brought me. Yay! Very nice. That is a huge, huge, huge bag of wood chips. Yes, we have wood chips also, but they're wet. These are dry. Ours will be dry soon. Well, when they're first cut, you know, they're wet. and it takes a while for them to dry. And the fact that our sawmill doesn't have the roof over top means that they stay wet because they're in the weather. But we need a place where we're going to be able, and I think that what I'm going to do, where Chelsea's motorcycle is over there, I think that I'm going to not use that one for compost. We haven't really started composting effectively yet anyway. I think that I'm going to start bringing the wood chips over and putting it in there so that they'll have a better place to actually dry. There's Miss Reba. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. The geese are fussing because they think I should come and feed them. I am getting ready to feed them in a minute. How are you, Miss Ma'am? Are you a good girl? You are. And up there, the light colored one, that one's Flight Risk. And the one over eating right now, that one's Phantom. And looks like on top of the cat house, that one is Mufasa. So the only one unaccounted for right now is Tux. Don't know where he's at. He might be in his house. But I've started feeding the chickens later in the day. And I've told you this. I'm very repetitive. But that way they have, of course they have plenty to nosh on in the morning. I give them food scraps out of the kitchen in the morning, so they have that to play with. And they usually have food left in their containers anyway. But then I feed them their big meal in the afternoon late, around 3 o'clock. That way they have it in their tummy, keeps them warmer at night. But I am getting ready to start, well, actually I've placed my first order with a company called Azure, A-Z-U-R-E. They have some interesting products, and I was able to find a product that I need to start oomping up our chicken feed a bit. Our egg production is not very good, but talking with some of the people around that use the Prina layer pellets, their egg production's not so good either. And so I'm getting ready to start using Joel Salatin. He has a recipe. He uses his own layer pellets, or makes his own feed. So I'm getting ready to use his recipe. And now, y'all, I know that looks bad right now. It's okay. It will look much better when we get the walls on, because there'll be another piece of wood in the middle. That one's warped a bit. But we put a guy line down to the ground because we don't want this to ever be a sail. It will be attached to this. Actually, it is attached right now, but it will be attached to this part of the fence. And as crazy as it is, I know that y'all seen the other day before I started putting the wood on here how up and down it was. It's just, there's nothing level about it. That's okay. It was really bothering Chelsea, and I said, honey, we will make it look nice when we start putting the final touches on it. We'll try to make everything level from the outside so that it won't look so crooked. But when we put these posts in the ground, we did not level everything up and down, so they're very much at an angle. And that's okay. It's just pretty funny. We are going to fix this gate so that it can open into the chicken lot, and that's going to be the way that we will let our little girl, hopefully girls eventually, we'll let them in and out of there in the morning. But this will be their chicken house, their peahen house, and they'll be safe in here. I'm still going to put a door over here on this side, just to make it easier for us to clean out, we're going to go ahead and put a floor in it. And the reason for that is because if we ever have any baby pea chicks, apparently they're not supposed to be on the ground for the first 6 months of their life. I don't know why. I can't remember if I've read that, if I read the reason, but anyway, so that's just kind of, you know, something that we feel like we need to do. So we're going to go ahead before we bring her home and put the floor in, and we can fill it full of those wood chips over there in that big bag, which will make it nice and warm in here. And she's also going to have a nesting box over here in this corner, and it will be about this high. All of that will be closed in, probably just with greenhouse plastic, and the top will all be closed in with greenhouse plastic. And I'm going to give her a roosting post that will be, you know, this height up to one of these bars all the way across, but right in the center of it I'm going to use the tape, the heat tape that you wrap around your plumbing and you plug it in. It'll be a 2x4, and then the heat tape will be attached to the top of it, and then it will be closed in. It will be wrapped with a thin piece of carpet, like an indoor-outdoor carpet, and it will be plugged. Eventually we will run underneath the ground, we will run metal conduit over here. Right now it'll probably just be a great big long extension cord, an exterior extension cord of course, but from the basement we will drill through the wall and put a piece of conduit down in the ground and run an electrical outlet over here for whenever we need electricity outside over in this area. But that's kind of what's going on here. And then one more thing I wanted to show you is that we do finally have some signs of life. It's not coming up consistently, it's just kind of spotty. But this is the area that didn't get raked into the ground yet. And you can see down through there, there's a green in the top of about 6 or 8 beds. Unfortunately, this is what Hugh had spread originally, and we didn't rake it in. So where it was able to fall into little holes here and there, it did germinate, and it's coming up just in spots. It's a little too late to rake it in now, because then I'll damage what's already up. So for this year, this is one of those, it is what it is. We'll just take what we've got. And there's those bottom 4 beds also have you know, I raked those in, and a couple of them I actually put the compost on top of. So when the weather's right, they should come up, but they should come up much more full. And there's about 4 to 6 beds that still I'm planning on, when it dries up just a little bit, I'm planning on spreading some seed and raking it down in. I had a big critter in here the other day. I think I told y'all we had a cow loose, and that pretty much has to have been a cow. But she belonged to our neighbor across the road, down a ways, and she just was out looking for something more interesting than what she had at home, apparently. Alright, y'all. But anyway, we've got to start on it. It'll take us, well, we only have until the weekend. We're going to go after our little peahen on the weekend, so it'll take us several hours every day to get it finished, and then we'll go get her. I'm excited. Over there's the fellers on top of the roof. They better be careful. Huey worries me. He just does. He's a little clumsy for one thing. But anyway. And his knees, he sees the doctor next month. All right, y'all. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Love you much. Bye-bye.